Back, the shooting of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk in Utah on Wednesday has increased safety concerns among lawmakers in our nation's capital. We go live now to Scripps News Group's political correspondent Nate Reed. And Nate, we just got out of a special report with NBC. Can you talk with us about what that report was about?
Yeah, so according to President Trump, who announced just live a couple moments ago on Fox and Friends, he's in New York. He attended a Yankees game last night, 9/11 Memorial, 24 years since September 11th, 2001. Trump, of course, longtime New York City resident, New York businessman. He just said, again, in just the last couple of moments here, that he believes a suspect might be in custody, someone that they have been looking for. He said that, quote, with a high degree of certainty, we have him. That was in that live interview. He also talked about the way that they got that information. He said a minister who was involved with law enforcement then turned the suspect in to authorities based on some of those images that we saw coming out of the FBI when they were trying to urge the public to identify who the suspect was. Now, to be clear, there is still so much that we don't know here. We don't know who the person is. We don't know the motive. We don't know if Charlie Kirk was the intended target. There's a lot more questions than answers. At the same time, this would represent, a massive win for law enforcement who've been trying, somewhat unsuccessfully up to this point, to track down who did this. They arrested two suspects. Ultimately, those two suspects were then released. Turned out that they were not involved in this plot. So a lot of questions about who this person is, what their motive is, what their identity is, and again, whether this is even the person who did it, because they've already arrested two people who were later released from custody.
And Nate, if lawmakers move forward with increased security, what could that look like? And could it be a burden on taxpayers?
Yeah, look, I'm glad that you brought that up. On Capitol Hill, this is all a lot of Republicans and Democrats are thinking about. The fact that they are often in their communities trying to, interact with the very constituents who sent them to Congress. And this idea of trying to ramp up security, something that is just so important to them right now, something that they are looking to do in the wake of this. There are already discussions in the U.S. Senate about providing every sitting senator, all 100, with their own security details when they are home in their state. Right now, they have security, Capitol Police up on Capitol Hill, but the vast majority of lawmakers outside of congressional leadership don't have actual members of security. They have to hire private security. Representative Lauren Boebert had talked in the past, the Republican from Colorado, about the threats on her life. She said she's the top three targeted lawmaker in Congress. So for many of these lawmakers, the fact that Charlie Kirk was murdered, hitting very close to home, some of them saying they're changing their plans about holding public events. A lot of questions about what the fallout from this could be, and the cost of trying to provide every single one of the 535 members of Congress security. That's not currently under consideration. The only consideration right now is trying to provide security to all 100 senators. But again, this probably does not stop there.